I live! I'm here! Hi! Oh my gosh! What's up? There's a stupid drop down that's hiding the chat from me. Hold on, dismiss. Pips is in, Drawing Fee is in, and I obviously am in, because there would not be a stream without me. It has been 2 weeks, and I hate missing streams on Saturdays, but honestly, it is what it is. Anyways, I don't really know what to draw, so I'm probably just gonna do things. But how have you guys been since I've been gone? Totally freaks me out with this Zelda soundtrack. I thought it was a gamer stream. No, but we are listening to gamer music. Dude, okay, so this is, it's not, what game is this? This is A Link to the Past. I really want to play that one. I have it on the Game Boy. I just haven't played it. Hi, Kata. But I think, I don't really know what to draw, so you know how I used to have plans? Those are gone. I could do, hold on. I do want to figure out something, though. I might introduce you guys to a character that I've had under wraps. Oh, I'm blinded. I say under wraps, but I've been, expanding Bungalow Circus, and I'm sure you guys remember the literally last art stream that I did. I was considering, like, different animals and stuff to make and add to that, but I don't think I'm gonna do it with actual animals anymore. They just didn't feel creature enough. So now, I have 2 new additions to the circus. The, like, third guy I don't have a name for, but it's a fire breather, and then the second one is Bungalow's brother, which I did make a design for. Let me see. Clipboard. It's Barks. So this is gonna be Bungalow's brother. And they both run the circus. Oh yeah. But, that's what I cooked up in the kitchen of drawing. Hold on, I lost the chat. What a lad indeed. No, so I've been trying to come up with more things for this game that I want to make, and I constantly talk about it. I'm always like, no guys, I can't bring up any details about my game. It's what if I abandon it and stuff? I bought a laptop so that I could take work out of the house, and then I could like actually focus and write stuff out. This is happening in real time, okay? Because here's what my brain does. Here's what it does, okay? Every single other project that I've worked on before, I have dropped because none of the stories that I made had an ending, okay? This one has an ending, and so I am so passionate about working on this, okay? Because it's not gonna go nowhere. I have where it's gonna go, and it's tangible, and so I am locking in, like, genuinely, and I have, like, 2 pages of, organized notes now. Grim with the undiagnosed ADHD, stop! I haven't been diagnosed, so therefore I don't have ADHD, okay? I'm completely normal. But, that's what I've been doing. So, I'm gonna be going to libraries now. I'm going to be going to, coffee shops. I have already decided that Wednesday evenings are gonna be my days where I take that computer and it's like mandatory leave the house and work. That's what I'm doing. Alright. Okay, Pips. You know, maybe one day I'll spend the money and try to get a diagnosis, but I just like to think that I'm a whimsical little creature, you know? No, literally, I'm so excited about this. You guys have no, actually, no, you do have an idea because of how like the pure amount that I have been talking about this idea since I've like, you know, come up with more of a solid concept of it. It's quite a bit, guys. No, see, because I mean, like, I don't, it doesn't affect me enough for that, so I just don't need a diagnosis. If it's the case, all I need is, you know, whimsy and caffeine. That's it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm actually gonna draw Barks. So his mask is more like, okay, I picked this playlist, but I can't, not right now. Not this one. Let's switch it up a little bit. Best Pokemon music, Nintendo 64 music, Nintendo Wii. We'll do this one. Okay, it's still slow. Give me a second, gamers. You know what I've been listening to a lot of recently? There we go! I've been listening to so much of the Earthbound soundtrack. Insane. I love those games so much. The Mother series is a gift unto the earth, and I don't know what the dude who made that game put into it, but it's actually crack. Dude, let me tell you, it makes sense why there's so many, like, Earthbound-inspired RPGs, dude. Please play the game. I played it as a joke, because one of my friends was like, I think, dude, Krim, there's a guy who falls out of the sky and he takes pictures of you while you play the game. And that was enough to get me hooked. I was like, oh, that's kind of stupid. Like, that sounds amazing. Let me play it. And it altered my brain. It's insane, dude. I'm gonna actually draw now because I have to. I know. It's because I've been gone for 2 weeks, okay? And okay, so, the first Saturday that I had to miss, it was because of Mother's Day. I was hanging out with my mother, and it was a lot of fun. The next Saturday that I had to miss, I was hanging out with some of my friends in Indiana, which was the most insane road trip I've ever been on in my life. 'Cause, listen, it's like a 10-hour drive, 10 or 11-hour drive. It was terrible, but it was like, okay, I am so blessed to have gone through everything that I did with a fully functioning friend group, because I kept thinking about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I am so just impressed with our ability as a unit to navigate these situations, you know what I mean? Because it was stressful. My car broke down in St. Louis. We were like on the side of the road, not on the side of the road, but okay, hold on. I'm gonna start drawing and then I'm gonna finish my thought. But we were driving on like the highway, and it's like 10 o'clock, you know? And we hit St. Louis. Immediately whenever I see the arches, I point them out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, look. It's the St. Louis arches. This is so cool. And then Danny, who was driving at that time because we had switched off, I had been driving for like 5 hours, and then she was taking like, you know, she was taking her turn. So, like, she gets behind that dang wheel. We hit St. Louis. She looks at me, and she's like, dude, Krim, there's an alert on the dash. I look over, and it says, like, something about the engine cooling is, like, not it. And so that sucker was, like, overheating. So we're like, oh my gosh. It was insane. Yeah, so my car starts chugging. It starts going like, it won't go. It like keeps like going and then stopping, going and then stopping. Well, it turns out because my car is like newer or whatever, they have like this fail safe in them that if the engine gets too hot, it will try to like put it on like a lower mode so it won't catch on fire and die. I don't know that much about vehicles. So that happened, and we're on the side, we're driving on the shoulder like that for probably like 5 minutes before we can get to an exit ramp. Well, turns out the exit ramp is uphill. My car's not gonna go up a hill, so we end up veering off into the most rich neighborhood I have ever seen in my life. I'm talking like old, like houses that have been around since like ever. You know, this is like ancient little like circle neighborhood in St. Louis. It had like a whole fountain, a whole water fountain, you know? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, thank God. Rich neighborhood. You know, that means that the crackheads aren't gonna get us, you know, because it's St. Louis. Like, I'm sorry. But I'm just so glad we didn't die in the inner city there with my car. Because that was crazy. But anyways, the only thing that happened was these people, like at least one or two people kind of just gave us mean looks because I was obviously broken down with the hood up in this drive. I couldn't do anything about it. One lady on her bike, she was pedaling. She was like, "You can't park here." And I was like, "Look at my car." But yeah. So that wasn't fun, but we, you know, were pretty much safe. The one thing, another thing that happened was they were testing out, holy crap, this was a whole situation, but they tested out the tornado sirens while we were there, and let me tell you, there was one across the street, so it was so loud that my ears were ringing, and I couldn't hear myself talk. It was like reverberating within my skull. Like, that's what it was. Weirdest freaking feeling ever. I had to put my AirPods in and put the noise canceling on. So they did, that happens like twice, okay? Where that same tornado siren goes off. Well, once we were able to get help, I have family in St. Louis, so we were able to get things situated. Stinking, like, the day after we were broken down in St. Louis and we left, there was a tornado that ran through that, I don't know if it was the exact spot that we were at, but there was a tornado that hit that area that we were in. And guess what? From what everybody said, the tornado sirens that they had been testing the previous day, while we were there, did not go off. They were testing them, and the tornado sirens didn't go off, so people didn't know there was a tornado. I mean, I'm sure they did because of the phone alerts, but, like, still, it was crazy. So, like, I don't even know, man, but that happened. So we finally make it to St. Louis, or not St. Louis. No, it was so sad. I feel so bad for all of those people. But we finally made it to Indiana. Somehow we turned a 10-hour drive into a 24-hour one, though. Because while we were in the car, okay, we had one of my friends, like, actually drive down from where we were going to be in Indiana. My friend in Indiana, he drove down, picked us up at the halfway point, and then took us to, you know, his place, right? Which was awesome, and it was so cool that, you know, that was doable, a doable thing to do. So we still made it to Indiana. But, like, we didn't get to our hotel until 7 in the morning the next day. And that morning, that previous morning where we had left to drive to stinking Indiana, we had left at 5 in the morning. Over 24 hours of travel because my car broke down, which is fine because we still made it. But it was insanity. But, you know, we were alive, and that's all that mattered. My car is still broken down, though. I don't know when it's gonna get fixed, but yeah, the water pump went out in it, and so that's why it, like, overheated and all that. But that was just the beginning of the trip. on the way home, and, like, the whole time in between, like, us leaving and, like, the actual bulk of the trip for why we were there, that was really fun. The trip up there and the trip home was insanity. Because we freaking, we're heading home, right? We're driving in my buddy's minivan, and his tire goes flat an hour away from, like an hour after we left, his tire gets flat. Because, and I figured this out, while me and him were, like, under the car trying to get this, like, tire, because the spare was underneath the minivan, instead of, like, in the trunk, you just lift the thing up, and there's a spare tire. No, it was actually under the car, under the back of the minivan. I didn't really know they did that. We were trying to get that thing out of there. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But yeah, no, the tire went flat. We were trying to get on there. The stinking, spare was flat, but no, his tires were dry rotted. That one tire was dry rotted. That popped. And so we were like, wow, the integrity of the rest of these tires is probably questionable. We had been in that vehicle the entire weekend. It made it to where we were in St. Louis and back to Indiana and died at the halfway point, getting back. Not at the halfway point, but trying to get to the halfway point, getting back. And after that happened, we finally, after, like, you know, going back, getting another car, getting the tire put back on the minivan, and then, like, not taking the minivan, going to the halfway point where there was a vehicle left for me in St. Louis, it was dry rot, yeah. Because they said that before they got the minivan, it had been setting at a garage and stuff, which is, like, fine, but I guess they just didn't, like, the tires did look fine enough. It was just this one spot that they didn't catch. So I guess that tire was the worst one, and it just died. And now it's not the worst one anymore because it's been replaced with a new tire. Anyways, so we get to the car that's waiting for me, my parents' car that they left, so I could drive it home. We're going, and everybody's calling me, telling me that there's tornadoes where I live and stuff, like the biggest stinking storm ever where I live, okay? And that people are leaving work early in my town. People are going home, like, because they don't want to be out during the storm, because apparently it was supposed to be really stinking bad. Hi, Jordan. So, we're driving, right? And it's fine, because my parents are like, take this path and you'll probably avoid most of the storm, okay? Well, I follow the map. My mom calls me and she's like, dude, you're going right into the storm. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, Danny, we're driving right into the storm. Anne was in the back seat, kind of like, you know, like she knew what was going on, but me and Danny were the ones, like, driving, you know what I mean? This song is from Fossil Fighters, I think. Well, anyways, so we're like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? We can't do anything, so we're just gonna keep going, driving into this storm, because that's all you can do. We'll figure out whenever we get there. Immediately whenever we hit the storm, our windshield wipers stopped working. They stopped working! And so I'm like, oh my god. we're gonna crash. We didn't crash, or anything. Because, like, okay, when I tell you, we were praying that those windshield wipers would work again, they start going for it. And we're like, well, we gotta keep going. So we did. And, like, we were blinded in some parts of like the road trip, you know, in that storm, we genuinely couldn't see in some spots because it was raining so bad, and we tried to pull off to the side of the road and get off an exit so we could go to a gas station and wait it out, but the road was blocked, and there wasn't another gas station for like the next 40 minutes. Okay, so we couldn't stop. Because, okay, during big thunderstorms like that, you don't really want to, like, pull off to the side of the road because it's, like, low visibility. People can't see you, and they might hit you. So we had to go. We just had to go. What it is about road trips that cause the most main character plot to happen, I don't know. But, like, I'm sitting in the passenger seat because I can't, this is nighttime. It's in the dead of night, okay? And I'm sitting in the passenger seat because I can't see to drive at night because I have, like, awful astigmatism in my eyes. So, I'm blinded, pretty much, virtually. And so Danny's got, like, she's at the steering wheel, and she's going, man, and I'm, like, sitting here, like, like this in the passenger seat, bro. My phone died. Like, we were making it home somehow. It was crazy. Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, and then, like, after we finally made it out of the storm, that was character development, let me tell you, because, like, I genuinely, like, it was an experience to behold. But, like, right after we got out of that storm, the windshield wipers stopped working again. And I was like, you're kidding me? That was the most insane thing ever. Yeah, it was a stinking whole situation. But now you guys know what happened, in the goings and goings home from my road trip that I took. Honestly, really funny in hindsight, but, also, I think that flying is a more viable option, of travel, you know? After that, I don't know. Because we made it, but holy crap. Yeah, that's as extensive as it's gonna get. And now I can continue drawing, actually, because I was distracted. I don't know what pose I want him to do. It's Barks. Barks and Bungalow. I'm trying to come up with, like, more themings for my game. Because I know that there's gonna be, like, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with, an actual world to put the characters in, because I have, like, it's like I have 2 buns, and then none of the middle of a sandwich, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm working on right now. So right now we're cooking the beef. This is Barks. It's Bungalow's brother. So right now I'm in the middle of cooking the beef and trying to get, like, a world and setting made. Which is kind of difficult, because I've never had to... Okay, I've done it before, but not, like, in a structured way that made sense, you know what I mean? Hey, come on. I love that picture of Link. None of us knew how he got that piece of bread, by the way. Oh, I killed it! I can't wait. I'm gonna show you guys. Actually, no, I'll show you guys right now. So I have another character in Bungalow's Circus. He is a fire breather. And I don't have a name for him just yet, but I'm trying to base him off of... Now, nobody can see. Come on. I'm trying to make him look like one of those, like, cannons. Like, circus cannons. That's the vibe we're going for. And he's gonna spit fire. Whenever he snaps his fingers, it produces sparks. And so if you see him, he's like, ch ch ch, and then he can spit fire out. Super cool. My brain is fat and massive. Ugh. Good. Good. I'm so happy about Bungalow Circus, honestly. I've been having such a blast making things for it. Yes, that was it! Yeah! Yeah! That was what I was going for! That's what it's all about! I'm so happy. Yay! I'm excited about this. But I want the circus to be, like, it travels, and so it will show up in the different areas you go to, and, like, each, I guess, like, I'm gonna say level, for a lack of better words, and not really wanting to give away, like, too much actual plot information of the main game, but, like, the circus is gonna travel to whatever levels you're in, and each town you venture into, the circus is gonna have a different problem that you have to do, and so it's gonna be a progression as you go along the game. Which, funny enough, and Toes are gonna have that same kind of like theming, to where you have to find him in each town. Find Tur. Oh my gosh, that should have been Tootsie Er's name, is Tur. Anyways, Toes and it's their ship name. Toes and you have to find them in each town you go to, you know? So you have to search through trash cans, and you have to search through bushes and stuff, you know? And that's what I want to do, and this is insider information. So in like 30 years, whenever, not 30 years, but in the future, whenever my game is out, stinking, you guys will know what to do. Nobody else will. Made of Moss at work right now. I follow on Instagram and I love your work. Yay! Thank you! Have fun at work. I'm never gonna draw. It's not gonna happen because I keep getting distracted. Do they get a circus train? That would be awesome. No, it's a helicopter that looks like a clown. Or it could be a hot air balloon. Listen, I don't know how practical this is, but it could be a hot air balloon that lands down and just immediately is the tent. I don't think that's gonna work out practically, but it would be really funny. Okay, I gotta figure this out. I don't like that pose. Well, I don't like that sketch that I was doing because there was no progression of a pose. But now if I do this, then I can have one. And it's been 30 minutes and I haven't really drawn anything during the stream yet. It's fine. You guys like hearing me yap, I'm sure. I want to make it awesome. Yeah! It's gonna be awesome! I've literally been thinking about this game non-stop. I don't know how I'm gonna do like the head like how I want it. We'll just do that for now. It's been 2 weeks. I know. I promise, something will get drawn this stream. It just, I don't know what it's gonna be because obviously this is like. I'm drawing so fast today, guys. This will be fine. That looks okay. And we can do like a... Drawing is hard. Oh, I just had a really cool image that just popped into my head. Can I do it right now? Probably not. But I'll share it with you guys eventually. Let me actually write it down so I don't forget. I don't want to spill my energy drink all over me. Boom. Okay. Okay. You know, it's painful not being able to talk about, like, the actual ideas that I have for this whole thing. Just, like, the actual plot of my video game, because I don't want to give away too much information. I want it to be so blind whenever you guys get it. The only thing you'll know is side quests, because I don't care talking about them. But everything else, you guys don't get, you don't get to see. And it hurts. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so fun to talk about, but I can't, I literally can't do it. It's torture. The worms, they scream. This music is very good to listen to while I'm, like, manically sketching over here. I'm trying to think of a way that this would look. Dude, I'm going crazy, because the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out soon. How are we feeling? I'm probably not gonna buy it on release, because I just don't think that that's practical for me. And I also don't want to buy another generic gray console. I'm gonna be so for real. And you guys know how much I love Nintendo, but I don't want to spend $500 on a gray brick, alright? It's gotta have some pizzazz to it. Like, listen, don't get me wrong, I am so excited for the games, but the games that I want that are coming out, now literally, the games that I want that are coming out are also gonna be released on the original Nintendo Switch. And if the Switch games are gonna be backwards compatible, why I don't need a brand new console for the games that I want? Like, and I appreciate that there's gonna be a lot of exclusives that are gonna be on the Switch too, but like genuinely, you know, I don't think I need to buy it on release. Yeah! Legit! That's what I'm saying. God forbid though, if they release a Tomodachi Life themed Switch, you better bet I'm gonna buy that. Kinda mad with Nintendo of late, but when Silksong comes out and such, yeah. No, that makes sense. But honestly, okay, is Silksong gonna be a Switch exclusive? I hope not. Hi, Bree! Guys, my friend Bree, she's in the chat. Yeah, they're both gonna be on the first console. Like, I don't need to buy the second one. And I am a Nintendo diehard. They have me in their fat palm of video gaming, okay? That's why Nintendo has me in their grasp, okay? I'm right there. But still, I can't practically buy a Switch 2. Dude, it's gotta be on Steam. It just has to be. I know poor Anne, she tried to pre-order the Switch 2, but I guess didn't realize that the demand for it was so high that the pre-orders like left so fast. So none of us are gonna have one. Ah, okay. Bree, how far did you get in Pikmin? How far? I got Pikmin for them, and I've been like, you know, cause I've only ever played the first Pikmin game, and I haven't gotten that far into it, but like, of course I'm getting it for my friends. Okay, I need to lock in. I'll tell you guys, the vibe that I kind of want to have for Bungalow Circus is like Big Top Burger, like, you know, esque, with the stupid little like clown things, you know? I say stupid, but Day 10, that's only because I replayed Day 9 like 5 times because I kept messing up. Dude, yeah! Well, I know that if you, like, there's a good and bad ending to the game. I know that. I love Big Top Burgers so much. It's another thing that I love. Because let me tell you, sometimes if I'm bored, sometimes if I am just like dying at work and I am trying to find something to keep my like brain engaged, I will turn on Big Top Burger like a podcast and listen to it. Like, that's what I do. It's so good. No, the other day, I was, so we have these L10 meetings at my job, and it's like, you know, in the vinyl shop, we all just get together and talk about, you know, what we need to be aware of, issues that we might have been having, like, the employees, us, get to bring up issues that we see, so that we can fix them, and then, you know, make the whole vinyl working process more smooth, and we just, like, touch base during these meetings and all that, you know, so it's really stinking nice, actually. But each time we have this meeting, we have to do a segue, and the segue is one thing that's going good in your personal life that you're happy about, and one thing that's going good in your work life that you're happy about. And whenever I brought up my work life one, I was like, yeah, I have been listening to so many documentaries and just like podcasts and like YouTube videos while I work and stuff, and it's been super nice. I really enjoy doing this. And my supervisor, God bless her, she's really chill, by the way. I'm not saying this as like, I can't believe she would get on to me, because she wasn't getting on to me at all. But she looked at me and she's like, that's what we call a distraction. And I was like, dude, whenever I tell you this is the only way that I can like lock in on work, I pinky promise I'm not distracted whenever I'm doing that, you know? It was so funny though, cause I was like, crap, you know, I I hope they don't like think that I'm actually not paying attention, cause like, I'll tell you what, the most focused I am is whenever I'm locked in listening to a video on YouTube, okay? Cause I pop in those Did You Know Gaming things. I ratted on myself, literally, and I was like, did you don't understand. But yeah, I pop in like Did You Know Gaming videos, and especially the ones, I am obsessed with learning about the canceled games and canceled hardware that they make for Nintendo consoles. Me and Bree were watching a show, and after we finished the show, I saw on Twitter, because we were just yapping it up, I saw on Twitter that they were releasing, like, icons for the Nintendo Switch that had, like, old consoles. One of them was the Nintendo 64 DD, and we just went down this entire rabbit hole of me losing my mind over video game facts. I love it so much, it's so cool. Okay, fine. I'll stop pointing, and I'll point at this canvas, and I will draw. It's like a wand. It makes magic. Oh, he walks. Oh, he definitely walks. Look at that. The what? Okay. Are you the Nintendo 64 DD? Is that what you're referring to the what? It was a disc drive that they only released in Japan for the Nintendo 64 because I guess they did like a collaboration with like Sony or whatever, and they wanted to be, and that honestly actually could be wrong, but they added the Nintendo 64 disc drive to make the games beefier, and there was only 10 games that they released with that. But it was so neat! It was so neat to me. Because they were like, this is gonna work. This is gonna be fine. But they didn't do enough advertisement for it, and the GameCube was already coming out, and people didn't want to spend money on that, and so it just didn't do well. Super neat, though. I would recommend watching the Did You Know Gaming video that they put on it. Because it was supposed to add, like, more memory, more, like, tracks, because, so the thing with cartridges is they couldn't hold that much space as compared to a disc, and, like, the only downside of a disc was slow load time, so that's why whenever you, like, are playing a PlayStation, like an original PlayStation, you go and open a door to walk into a new area, it takes so long to load, it's because it's on a disc. As opposed to whenever you're playing Mario 64, if you open a door and walk through, it doesn't have to have that load time, because everything is already in the cartridge, and it doesn't have to read anything, so you just go through. You know what I mean? So it's like that. And there's ups and downs to both, but the cartridges just weren't as, like, memory extensive as the discs were, and Nintendo just didn't want to switch and stuff, or, like, you know. So they added the disc drive to try and beef up the cartridges, and it did not sell well at all. Really cool, really interesting, really rad though. This drawing is going places. I mean, not actually. It's really not going anywhere. I've just been yapping, and that's fine, because I'm awesome. I do want to, like, because this is basically the exact same pose that I had made previously, so I'm debating, but yeah. There's also a really cool thing that Nintendo apparently... Okay, hold on. Before I even start talking about anything else, can I just point out the fact that I love it that Nintendo experiments with, like, you know, consoles that they make. I like it that they are experimental because it opens the door for variety, and I am a sucker for variety. And I think that's why I'm a diehard Nintendo fan, because to me, whenever I look at a PlayStation, I'm like, oh, this is like the same thing for each generation. But with Nintendo, like, if you look at that, they change drastically so much, and it's got my little, like, brain just like, whoa, engaged, and I love it, and it's my favorite thing. So, Nintendo is my baby grill. Even though recently they kind of suck. They know what they're doing. Oh, Barks, you sucker. Do I want to change the mask shape? No. Do I need to change its position currently because the first one didn't look right? Yeah. I do need to do that. I wish they're experimenting more with the content on the Switch. I miss... Oh my gosh, yes! Okay, yep, okay. I wish they'd bring back stuff like Street Pass and whatnot. Yes, absolutely, dude. Because, okay, here's my thing. Is, like, the whole 3DS, like, handheld thing was like, oh yeah, you go out and you get to interact with other people, like, indirectly, you know? You go out, Street Pass, woo, you can get things for your game by just walking past a person. That was so awesome! So stinking cool whenever I was a kid. You stinking put your DS in your backpack and go to school. Every person would have a 3DS and you would just have their junk. It is my favorite thing. Yep. I want, like, I love the innovation of their older consoles. I wish that they would do it more now, you know? Because of, like, okay, the whole mouse mechanic on the Switch 2 is super interesting. I'm honestly very intrigued by it. But I don't know how that's going to affect, like, gameplay and stuff, or if they'll even use it. Because they didn't really utilize the two, like, switches, like, the two, Joy-Cons, because it's, like, separate controllers that you use like one, you know? I don't feel like they use that enough, you know? And they have, like, that rolling game that you can do with the Switch too, but I hope it's not, like, another one of those, like, the battle one where you punch and crap. I hope it doesn't turn into another one of those. Because, like, you don't really ever hear anybody talk about that game. And I just think that the games that released on the Switch just didn't utilize it as much as they could have. Flipnote Mii's, built-in camera, face raiders, stuff that, oh, is so cool. Oh my gosh. And the AR cards, don't even get me started because those were so much fun. Like, they were like, oh yeah, here we have this, let's stinking screw around with it. And I was all there for it, man. Doing a secondary sketch. I actually need to make my brush bigger. Yeah, I don't have them, but if you find a picture of an AR card and put it on your phone screen, it works just the same. No, literally. A moment of silence for the poor tables being scratched. You know they're gonna release a stinking mouse pad for that console. You know for a fact they're gonna release a mouse pad for it. Oh my gosh. I'm praying to God that whenever they release the Switch 2, they bring back Mario Paint. Praying to the Lord. I need that back. I want Mario Paint. I want the Nintendo MS Paint so bad. Please. You guys have no idea. Mario Paint is so much fun. And either they need to release a new one, or they need to release it emulated on the Super Nintendo port that they have on the Switch. I would kill for that. You have no idea. They would have even more of my money. They would have so much. They already have so much of my money, but think about how much more they could have if they released that on the Switch too. If they don't, I'll be shocked. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, and all of the things that they could do with mouse mechanics on a console. This is literally, you're buying a computer $500 that's got the Nintendo label on it. No, literally. I agree with that, actually. That's the only downside. But who had space whenever... Okay. The mouse isn't anything new to Nintendo because they've released a mouse before for the Super Nintendo. So they're going backwards. But honestly, I'm kind of there for it because the mouse for the Super Nintendo wasn't really used for much else. I'm gonna leave this as a sketch. I'm probably gonna have to draw something else because I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling this one, gamers. Hold on. I'll finish this out a little bit though. This is mainly just me talking and trying to draw stream. Alright. Oh, hold on. I gotta find the right folder for it. Creatures, games. Well, bam! Nope. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do something, and it's gonna go insane. Hit enter too soon, literally. I always do that. I need to change that effect so it sounds like something different. I need to unlock the whimsy that's in my head right now. Hold on. Gamers, what should I draw? Hold on. Oh, this is from Wario, one of the Wario games. Okay. Harley! I haven't drawn him in so long! I know you're starving, Pips. I'm so sorry. Here's some food. A dinosaur? I want to draw Shredder 6042! How are we feeling about a, Jurassic Park spoof in, my game that I make? How are we feeling about that? Because that's a very real possibility that I've been thinking of, because I need to add Shredder 6042 somewhere, and, I think it's gonna be there. Or Fossil Fighters. Oh my gosh, please tell me who's played Fossil Fighters in the chat. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've played Fossil Fighters, because that game is like one of the best ones ever. Okay, looking. Ah! I love Fossil Fighters. My favorite dinosaur that you can get is the Megalo. I literally mentioned Fossil Fighters. Dude, Jellybean. I mentioned Fossil Fighters before I looked at the chat and saw that you also mentioned Fossil Fighters. Same wavelength, okay? Baller. I love that game so much. We'll just do a quick Harley. Ah, my gosh, I love those games. They're kind of expensive now, actually. But it's because they, like, didn't make any more after the 3DS. Who developed, hold on. I keep almost knocking my drink over. Who made Fossil Fighters? Red Entertainment. Art Dink, Nintendo, Software and Planning. Okay. Red Entertainment! If you hear me, make another Fossil Fighters! Thank you! I love Fossil Fighters so much. That game is beautiful. Slept on. Oh, it's insane. I bought it before it went up in price, which, thank the Lord. I don't even know how so I played that first game whenever I was like a small itty-bitty child. And it was like the most whimsical experience of my entire life. But I'm pretty sure I only bought it because of the awesome sick dinosaur on the front. Pips! 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 Here's your Harley! Oh my gosh, I can't draw hands. Take a picture! You'll just have to believe me that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He's like, yeah, baby. We love him so much. Okay, back to the void with you. I'm gonna draw Shredder 6000, and I didn't mean for this to rhyme. 42. I love Harley. I need to, like, actually go back and revisit my previous story of Voracious, but also, that's one of the projects that didn't have an ending, and so I didn't pursue it as much. I'm sorry. I haven't, actually. I have not played any of those. Yeah, it's because this video game is taking up, like, 95% of my brain capacity. Dude, I'm telling you, even while I work, nothing goes on in here. I want to! I have ideas! I've had new ideas for them, but I just haven't done it. In the future, whenever I do it at some point in time, it will happen. Eventually. That'd be sick if I could do that. Some of them it's hard to figure out an ending because I want it to be, like, unique. This one for my game came, like, really naturally. Hold on. It's Shredder 6042. He's got the biggest head ever. And then, like, I kind of want to update his design slightly, just to make him look more like, you know. It's Shredder! God, T-Rexes look stupid. Actually, he's a Carnotaur, not a T-Rex, but, you know, who's keeping track of that? Not me, obviously. Oh, man. Guys, I have a sick battle, like, battle overlay planned out for this thing. And I keep thinking about how the sprites are going to be animated, and I need to make this game now. I need to. It's gotta happen. Actually, I didn't mind what I had there. It might just need to be moved down and back a little bit. I promise I know what I'm doing. This is just a sketch. Oh my gosh. Okay, I had an idea. What if we made a T-Rex with normal sized arms? Hear me out. Okay? Hear me out. How are we thinking about that one? Not awful. It's an opportunity for greatness. Which is why nobody's done it before. Because they're too scared to make a T-Rex with normal-sized arms. But me! Crimmins from Instagram is not scared of such things. I will do it. You will see after I draw Shredder 6042. kind of difficult. Actually, it's not difficult. It's all in my head. This is going great. I'm not scared of anything. What what if the next one is Shredder 6052? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Figuring out proportions real quick. I mean, it's a T-Rex, but... Nah. That's fine. What? Okay, what kind of dinosaur should Shredder 6052 be? It's gotta be, I mean, it's gotta be part, like, it's gotta be some kind of T-Rex. No! Not the iPad pencil. Yeah, Blue? What's up? I gotta actually bring the chat up so I can see it better. Shredder 6042 is full of love. That's what he was made with. Oh, okay. I thought you had a question too. I'm locking in so hard. I'm actually drawing, guys. That's crazy. Woo! I'm going. You know, it took me an hour to actually pick something to draw, but we're so baller. What the heck? Hold on, I got like a random email. Reading it. It wasn't anything awesome. I thought it would be. No, it was an advertisement. a dumb idea. Okay, in my game, oh my gosh, I got an eyelash in my eye. Hold on, gamers. Okay. Might have been saved from heartache and pain. Anyways, that eyelash had malicious intent because I was about to say something really cool. In my game, so it's Shredder 6042, so that implies that there are 6042 Shredders, 6041 Shredders. What if you see them at some point in the game? And it's just like all of these cloned T-Rexes, dude. Oh my gosh. So it's that's gonna be dumb. I need to do that. That's so many Shredders. You like walk up, you see them all in the distance. Why are there so many Shredders? It's gonna be a mystery. Truly a great mystery on this planet of why there are so many Shredders. Do I have a screenshot of him with colors? I swear I do. I mean, if not, I can just eyeball it, but that feels like not cool enough. I know I have a picture of Shredder on here. I might be lying to myself. Camera roll. What are we? Where are you? Where are you? Ah, I don't want to open up a whole canvas. Okay, fine. Oh! Whoa, we have stinking fallen off from the source material here. My first drawing of Shredder looks so different. Also, my screenshot tab is like not cooperating with me. Close window. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Edit, create new. Look at that. Okay, we've gone somewhere that's not where I want to be. So the nose, change it. This is what happens whenever you don't use references, gamers. Keep that in mind. Who's calling me? Caleb. No. He better not be watching this stream. Ah! Oh, Harley, hi. I thought that was my sketch layer. Turns out I deleted my sketch layer. You know what? It'll be fine. We'll just leave it as is. It's okay! It's alright, it's fine! We'll be okay. Okay, the original drawing has actually, like, so much personality. I don't know where I was or how I did that. Let me pull back up that drawing that I did on my other monitor so I don't lose it to time. There we go. figure out like a set color palette too, but I haven't really been focusing on figuring out the style for things just yet. I do know though that I want my game to have more of like a Nintendo, like a Super Nintendo vibe to it. How achievable that is, I don't know. Because pixel art is kind of hard to do. I would honestly say, like, if you're going for a unique, like, specific look in pixels, that's been harder to do than actually drawing. Like, just doing it. He built, like, a salamander for real. Oh, what did I do? Oh, psh. I was being silly, that's what I did. Just gonna bloop. This music is so whimsical. I'm vibing. Oh, man. He's just the most whimsical creature. Okay. Let me fix this a little bit because it bothers me slightly. Shredder 6042. Oops, my bad. Clicked the wrong thing. It's him! It's the lad! Okay, now I'm gonna draw a T-Rex with normal arms. Are you guys so ready for this? Because I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think anybody is. But I am. Because I have to be. And I'm prepared. It's gotta have... Okay. I need to look up what a T-Rex looks like. Okay. Hold on. We're just going for it. No! That literally happened to me, like, yesterday. Ugh, I feel your pain. Dude, in every picture that I'm looking at, these T-Rexes on Google all have their mouths, like, open, yelling. Which is, like, fair, but, like, holy crap. Okay, hold on. This is extensive. So they have like those dumb little bodies of theirs. I say dumb, but the shape, and then the toes. Okay, bear with. Ew! They're just like grossly human hands. Oh my gosh. This is awful. Yeah. You got a point there. He's gonna have like a shorter tail. Okay, let's see. We kinda got like a general idea. If I can like... you know, pull one of these. Oh. This is gonna be Shredder 6052. It's beautiful, Pips. His arms are so heavy that he has to like lean down even more. He's got constant back pain. Be nice to him. This is definitely a thing that exists because I drew it. I have a friend who would lose her mind at the sight of this, by the way. I need to show it to her. I've made mistakes in my life. And this is not one of them. I've made art. Shredder 6052. He's gonna have like a, you know. Spikes on him and stuff. He's gonna look really cool. Yep. Oh, it's a creature. Oh wait, it's this way. What do we think? Is it beautiful or what, guys? Shredder 6052. Should he have... Yeah, just a little bit. Should he have, like, claws? I feel like he needs to. Yeah. Looking at it. I'm looking at it. Shredder 6052. Can I pet that dog? No. You may not pet the dog. I'm gonna make the canvas like a little bit more. Oh, I wrote that backwards. Ugh. Well, it looks like I'm just gonna have to flip it. As opposed to... Okay, I'm gonna redraw Shredder 6042 with more life in him. Believe it or not, I didn't warm up before today's stream. So I feel like it's kind of apparent now that I'm drawing. Or now that I've been drawing. You can't pet the dog. He's not it. You get bitten. That dog is gonna bite your hand off. I forgot that he was more flat-headed. Don't care, it'd be worth it. Alright. Fine. Actually, I'm gonna kind of copy the pose that I did for the sprite work for Shredder. Just because I think it makes more sense for him. To just be standing in that pose. It shows that he's a gentleman. I won't even sue. Alright. I don't know if I believe that. We'll make you sign a waiver, okay? Kata is responsible for all injuries, potentially, that happen when you pet Shredder, one of the Shredders. For everyone. Every single Shredder. So that means Shredder 1, Shredder 2, Shredder 3, Shredder 4, Shredder 5, Shredder 6, Shredder 7, Shredder 8, Shredder 9, Shredder 10, all the way to Shredder 6052. Not just 42, 52. A lot of shredders. Don't lose a hand. Give me the papers, alright. I'm mailing them to you as we speak. I'll sign everyone. Nah, both of those shredders kind of have issues. It's okay. Because they're made with love. Or at least Shredder 6042 is. I don't know about Shredder 6052. They were they were born of chaos. They think you're giving them a treat. Oh my gosh. Shredder! Shredder! My son! Look at him! Oh my gosh. He's so silly looking! Oh my goodness! Shredder! Shredder 6052 and Shredder 6042. And they're perfect. I think I'm debating, because should they all have the same color palette, just swapped around? I think they should, shouldn't they? That would make a lot more, like, practical sense, because they're all shredders of some sort. You know what I mean? We'll see. We will see. There we go. Okay, I will be honest. Shredder 6042 probably wouldn't bite you. It's Shredder 6052 that you gotta watch out for. That guy is absolutely just insane. Shredder 6052 will grab you and shake you around. He has got the scary hands. I'm gonna, like, kind of color this to the best of my ability. Because it's, you know, kind of a messy sketch here. Okay. They are precious. Hopefully I didn't leave any breaks in the line. Gamer! I'm so awesome. Yeah, he's, like, Shredder 6052 is gonna bite. What in the world? Why do I keep pressing the same button? Actually? Seriously? Oh no. Is it lagging? That's a tragedy, if it is. That's real! Oh my gosh. They're just precious. I like them. Whoops. I should give them party hats. That's a great idea. Actually, no, only Shredder 6042 gets a party hat, though. Shredder 6052 is questionable. Oh my gosh, I love them. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. So that they just don't know whose birthday it is. Okay, I have an idea. I hope it comes across. It's literally just the way the design is shaped on the, or the pattern is shaped on the Shredder 6052. Obviously, it's Shredder's birthday, but the vagueness of that statement ain't exactly helpful. No, not at all. What inspired you to choose Shredder 6042 and 6052 for the numbers? I thought it sounded funny. There was nothing else going in through my head whenever I said it. I think I even got it on stream whenever I drew Shredder for the first time. I was just trying to come up with something, and yeah. So now you know. I was not thinking at all. Let's see here. No, I don't like that. We'll just do with the... We'll put it up the tip of the tail. And like... And then I think that works for him. Really? Interesting. I vibe with it. I vibe with the choice. He's got questionable morals, though. It's definitely award-winning. It's winning something. Okay. I like him too. Hi, Kata. Welcome back. I've colored him. Shredder 6052. And then I kind of want to, like, I'm so glad that I actually was able to do something this stream. Next stream is a gaming stream, but hopefully, like, whenever we draw again, I actually have a plan. Oh no, not Shredder 6062. Shredder 6062 would look like this. Bear with me, bear with me. I don't know how he walks or how he gets around. Don't ask questions. His little arms are up here. They just keep... I just had a dumb okay, this whole stream has been full of dumb ideas, but this is probably one of the best ones that I've had. Okay, so... the shredders... okay, so with there being so many shredders, you would think as the number gets higher, that the shredders that they make get better, but actually, it just keeps getting more impractical, so that's why you got Shredder 6042, which looks like a fairly normal T-Rex, then Shredder 6052, you get a little bit more like wacky, and then Shredder 6062, which, what are we looking at, you know? But then Shredder 1 and Shredder 2 are just normal T-Rexes, and it just keeps progressing backwards. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know, honestly. I like to imagine there are 6,000 shredders. Whoever's making the shredders needs help. I kind of liked it whenever he didn't really have any, like, too many spikes on him. We'll do, like... Now we just have a Shredder subplot. Help paying off the Dino child support. Some of these Shredders want to go to college. I'm trying to think, because, like, if the island of Shredders, because this is supposed to be like a Jurassic Park, like, spoof, so they make all the Shredders for some reason, and then, like, of course, all the Shredders get out, and it, like, you know, backfires on them. I'm trying to think, of like who would do that and kind of like why they would want to start making shredders. Cause like honestly, if it was the shredders making shredders, shredders are making shredders and they're trying to build a dinosaur bridge to get off the island, and that's why there's so many shredders. That is probably not going to be the idea that I run with, but the idea is really funny to me. It's like the Wolf Bridge from the Storks movie. So they're trying to make enough shredders so that they can make it to they can make it out. Oh, that's stupid. There's some scientist who really, really, really likes shredders. It's like a toxic hyperfixation, yeah. Oh my. Guys, I like the shredders. Now it's scary there's more than one of them, but it was inevitable. With the naming convention that I made, things were gonna go haywire. Shoot. Technically, Shredder 6062 is, like, not the oldest. It's, like, one of the newest ones. I'll give him, like, a little bit of a... that.
Hello?
Hi. I don't know what this is from, but pop off. Betty Botter Crisis title theme. Practice English. Amazing. Whoops. Thank you. I hold that like a trophy in my hands. You know, it's Shredder 6062. There he is. Got him. Have you used the Godot game engine at all? I started following a tutorial for it and I'm enjoying it, although code scripting seems kind of complicated. I haven't yet. So I'm waiting a little bit longer before I start kind of digging into coding and stuff. I would like to get into it soon, but I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to do this project, but I want to get far enough along with this story to where I feel comfortable taking a break from it and then trying to learn coding through another like game idea, you know? And I have a couple, but nothing as big as this. Just things that I can do to learn. And I've already mentioned the FNAF spoof game that I wanted to do, where it's you play as the animatronic and you're trying not to get like, you know, caught basically or seen by the employees working. You're trying to make yourself seem like you're not haunted in the game. I have that idea. I want to do that. And I feel like that will come out before this game that I'm making, mainly just because the premise is so simple and it's a parody game, you know. Of course, it will have Smokey in it, and I even was thinking about putting him in this game, but I don't know if I will or not. I'd like to, but you know. This Shredder would have a cane, but I don't know how his arm would, you know. Hold on, I have an idea. Hold on. His face is so wide. The cane. Hold on. Oh yeah. He's so old man coded. Bro's got the cane built like this. I need to make that eyeball lower down. He's just built like a salamander with back problems. That's all he is a massive salamander. It's like whenever you... Oh, this is gonna sound terrible. Oh no. It's like purebred dogs and how you get so far down the line that they start having issues, you know? I just did that on accident with the Shredders, I do fear. Because at first it was a joke, now it's not a joke. Oh no. But, you know, the Shredders are made through the Shredder machine, okay? So it takes the DNA from the previous Shredder, and then recycles it, and then makes a new Shredder. It's like bad... There's so many things to compare it to. It's like bad AI, like image, all AI is bad. But you know what I'm saying? Whenever you like put a dumb picture into the thing, and it just keeps making it, but it gets worse and worse and worse, that's what this is. Because it's feeding off of itself at this point. There's no, like, quality control with the Shredders, so it's pumping out bad Shredders. Holy crap! We have Shredder lore! It may or may not stay this way, you know, but that's kind of what's happening. This is insane, by the way. I'm very pleased with this. I do have an idea, so we have about, like, 10 minutes left of the stream, but I need to show you guys, I've been thinking about this for a second since I started drawing dinosaurs, but, it's evolving, but backwards, literally. So I have an idea for a unicorn, and it's gonna look like this. These are gonna be the unicorns that you see in my game. And they're not dinosaurs, they're unicorns. It's so unicorn. These are gonna be the other things that you see on the Shredder Island. It's a unicorn. Just a generic unicorn. It's not a seal. It's a unicorn. It's not even a narwhal, okay? You're missing the point. Look, see? It's even got a unicorn tail. It's a unicorn. It's full of whimsy and wonder and not mischief. No! It's not a sealicorn. It's a unicorn. It's got one horn. Unicorn. That's what it is. He's beautiful. And he's also made with love. But he didn't make it too far down the unicorn machine. So there's no backwards progression. No! I'm gonna run the black market to poach their horns for their magic. Why would you say that? That's so sad. And questionable. Where do your morals lie, huh? Unicorn porching? Wow. Poaching. You put a unicorn on a porch. You don't have to be the first one. Poach the poachers. You're contributing to the problem. Alright, Kata, you're not... Whenever I release my game, you specifically are gonna be the one person who's not allowed to go to the dinosaur island. I will personally send you a copy of the game that has no dinosaur island. Idea, you pick off the horn and it's like a banana that grows back. Okay, fair. No, because you said you were gonna poach the unicorns. I've been drawing Pokemon while I watch. Oh, Dino. Please draw a little Dino. Do that, and I will be extremely happy. Okay, well, that... I will allow one shredder to be set to the side for you, okay? But these are the consequences. Unless I do decide to make it to where they are, you know, like, to where they grow back. Which is viable. Could happen. Oh my gosh. Oh gracious. Alright. It's done. It's beautiful, isn't it? Alright, guys. I think this might conclude the stream. I have drawn things. I'm glad that I decided to draw the shredders. I feel like I have accomplished things. Even though the beginning of the stream was kind of rough with the drawing wise, did pretty stinking good. I better not miss next stream, because I'm gonna say this as if I will be here next stream, because I can't imagine any reason why I won't. But I will be playing more Zelda. So, be there. I forgot where I was at in that game, because it's been like 3 weeks now since I played it. But, I will see you guys stinking later. Goodbye!